Hello and welcome back to MLB The Show 19 and the Salomon Barrios Road to the Show. I'm Tyrant Saber. Last time out, the Halos pulled back a series against the Yankees, and kept us in the hunt for the AL West title, or at the very least, an AL wildcard spot against the Oakland A's. We are in a pretty tight race against them, but before we face off against them to try to pull a couple back and push them down the rankings, we got to face off against the Houston Astros leading the division, so let's get out here and get it. But first, we get to do a training day, or at least a clubhouse thing. Let's get on the case of George Springer, I think. Whatever, duder, let your game speak for itself. Getting that Maverick personality up. And that'll bring us up against the Astros in Minute Maid Park. Nothing to it but to do it, so let's get out here and get it.
Welcome to Houston as we prepare you for baseball from Minute Maid Park. Tonight, a compelling matchup of division contenders between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Houston Astros. Stay tuned for Astros baseball. Next. Brad Peacock, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Brad Peacock, the big bird, as I like to call him. Not an overpowering guy. 92 to 94 miles an hour. Big overhand curveball in the straight changeup. He needs the curveball. If he has command of the curveball, he could be really tough to beat.
At the plate, Salomon Barrios, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
So Salomon comes out here with Mike Trout on first base and the chance to drive in, well, maybe not drive in a run, but certainly make something happen here in the first. So let's go get it.
Hey, let it rip, let it go.
And again, a throw.
Another throw over. Incidentally, I had made some comments last time, and the sliders are indeed where I left them before. I'm using BYU 14's sliders for all-star hitting off of the Operation Sports forums. Intended for, shall we say, more seasoned gamers. And the advantage of this is that it should make it a little easier for me to keep up with should make the timing a little easier for me without making the batting results as unrealistic as they could be / should be. But I guess we'll find out. Like that. That's a nice little fly out to left field, and that'll end the inning.
Angels leave one. Now the Astros will get their first opportunity. No score.
All right, Astros are up here in the bottom of the third. Get a fielding opportunity out here in right. And it's going to be in shallow right. Solomon's there. And going to throw over to third just to make sure the runner doesn't tag up. That'll bring Salomon back up to the plate here. Top four, no one out.
Almost went deep his last AB, certainly just missed it.
Okay, ball outside.
Power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
A swing and a shot hit down.
That's going to drift foul, unfortunately.
A big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball.
How come so few of these balls seem to spin back into play rather than... Ooh! Just got plunked. Oh no.
Big mistake right there. This guy might be their best.
Oh no, Solomon's angry now.
Now he's got a chance to move into scoring position without even putting the ball into play. JT.
Now a move over to first. A dive, but he's back.
Now we're going to try to steal a base off this guy.
Barrios.
Coach's warning, be damned.
Hey, drive it, here we go.
He's running. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw.
And we're in safe.
Behind the play, that's an easy stolen base.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
Now, I could have gone in spikes first, I guess, but that would have been just unnecessary roughness.
Send him packing for the second time.
I mean, you can't spike the pitcher, so there's really no chance of that helping anyway.
So stepping in, Justin Bohr, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Pickoff move to second, and he'll get back in safely. Now a spin and another throw back to second.
Whoa, they're real scared of Salomon now. Maybe I should try to steal third.
Sliced hard, but foul to the left.
Come on, Justin.
Okay, here we go.
And another throw back.
To second, and he just manages to get his hand in.
Uh-oh. Salomon Barrios fell to the ground after that last play of clutching his knee. The trainer thinks it could have been much worse, but is likely just a severe sprain. He will need to be removed from this game and might require a brief stay on the DL. This is not what I want to see here.
Calhoun will have to get loose in a hurry
Nor,
now.
I think, is it what the Angels want to see at this point in the season. But the A's do, or the Halos do win this one. Pull one back off of the Astros. If nothing else, tying us for the division, so we'll see how it happens. And in fact, Salomon is going to have to go back to the clubhouse, so let's see how bad it is. All right, it hasn't said anything here. Presentation.
A manager addresses his team before a pivotal series.
Let's hurt these guys this week. And how bad is it? Are they going to have to amputate? Nope. Salomon just had an owie on his knee. I guess the trainer just kissed it and made it better because he's not on the bench, he's not on the IL. Nothing wrong, I suppose. It's a bit of a scare, man. I don't need that in my life. Let's get back out here.
With the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand.
All right, we're still in the lineup. In fact, we're batting third, so let's get out here and get it.
First open of the year 2000. We're live inside Minute Maid Park here in downtown Houston. Tonight, it's a compelling matchup of two division leaders between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Houston Astros. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Colin McHugh is on the mound for game 2. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy's having a real solid year, Matt. He won his 15th game of the year in his last start. He's been solid since the season began, and he'd like nothing more than to pick up win number 16 and have 2 quality starts back-to-back.
All right, Tommy LaStella knocks himself a dinger here at the start of the game against Colin McHugh, so let's find out what Salomon can do. Ooh, cutter on the inside, nasty.
Fellows, these Astros entering play here tonight. They come in trying to put together a complete ball game as they've lost their last 2.
Oh, and a slider made good contact on that. Well, felt like it was good contact, but it was early.
But they should be able to put this one behind them.
And they'll try and
curveball inside, no swing.
Back here, it's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs.
Give me some credit
really
here.
Not
that bad of a hitter.
There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to
oh,
spit on it there.
That one, though. No missing that one. Adios, pelota. Another one for Salomon Barrios, his 24th on the season. That one went 434 feet to right field and gone. Big fly for Salomon Luis Aparicio Barrios Garcia. Going back-to-back here in the first inning against the Astros. Let's go. Venga!
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
Standing in, Alex Bregman, one of the better hitters in the league.
All right, bottom of the first, Houston has answered back 1 run.
There's no way
Alex Bregman out here trying to make it 2. But in fact, it's going to be right on top of Salomon. So, first out of the inning.
One of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Don't care too much about the hometown Astros starting lineup here.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone.
Josh Reddick at the plate. Jaime Barria making the pitch. That's out to Salomon. He's there to get it. No problem. Ends the inning.
And that's the 3rd out. Astros go down 1-2-3. Score holds. It's 3-1. Now to the plate, Salomon Barrios. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got.
I don't know what that thing was telling me. We're not behind here. Come on.
This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that
Another cutter straight down the pipe, and I was early on it. If I'd kept it fair, I probably would have been out of here.
And that misses 1-1.
Leave it down.
What are your pitches anyway? 4-seam, slider, cutter, 12-6.
Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs. And that
okay, well, we'll see what else we can do for me.
Hit on the ground down the first
slider, a little early on that one.
Foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle,
popped straight behind home plate.
That was a missed opportunity.
And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Who is that? Max Stassi behind the dish? I don't know. Either way, Yuli Gurriel at the plate. Pulled another one back, so it's now 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. But Salomon out here to make the play.
Is there, and that's the first out of the inning.
Kind of a bad throw there, but whatever.
Salomon Barrios.
Runner had to tag back anyway, so nothing lost.
First inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on.
All right, who do we got here? Wade Miley.
It's 1-0. High and deep to right.
Another one deep to right.
Goes Reddick.
I got it.
And goodbye.
Making the jump at the wall, but it's not gonna be good. Adios, pelota! 25 on the year for Salomon Barrios, 338 feet to right field and gone. Second big fly on the night for Salomon Luis Aparicio Barrios Garcia. Let's get it. It's now 4-2. Angels on top. Just snuck over the fence. Just.
Digging in once again. Salomon Barrios.
They're keeping the Astros are keeping themselves in it. It's not for nothing. Are they leading the division? But we're going to blast this one to center right field. He dives, but he can't make the catch, and Salomon is going to be in at second. Thought about going 3, but just didn't quite have the speed on it. And that is 2 home runs and a double today.
And pull it into the gap in the right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good
and
inning.
He is doing the slugging. That just handcuffed him out there in center field. George Springer. Little bit of trash talk seems to have rattled him a bit. Justin Upton now 1 for 3 on the day.
Good riding action to that thing, and it's ball and 2 strikes. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've witnessed?
Well, as a former offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both lineups.
That's lined up the center, so that'll be man out. Runner at third with one away. And JT Realmuto, 1 for 3 on the day with a home run. We'll see if he can knock another dinger or at the very least put the ball in play. 35,966 people here at Minute Maid Park, the Astros. Thank you for your support. Shot down the line, past third. Well, nowhere near the line, really. It was more towards the dugout than third base.
From getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
And he's not going to try for the double play at home. So it's going to be 5-3 with a run, scoring, and 2 outs on the play. Michael Brantley here, bottom of the 8th. Runner on second. Let's see how it turns out. High fly ball to right field. No chance on that one. And they tie it up with a dinger in the 8th. Wow. And here's George Springer, a couple hits later. Still tied. Let's see what Salomon can do. Line shot, left field, or right field, excuse me, and that'll end the inning.
Go-ahead run will not come around to score. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 9th inning.
All right, Salomon Barrios up in the 10th. 3 for 4 on the night. He's made him pay out here every time. So it's time to see what he can do here in extras. Can he bring back some of that June Salomon, some of that clutch, game-winning Salomon? Well, only if they throw him pitches in the middle of the zone anyway.
Here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last...
That's going to be straight up the middle. They're going to send the runner to home. And that is going to score a run. Salomon gets himself an RBI single here in the 10th with 1 away. That is the clutch Salomon that we need here late in the season. Venga, let's get it.
Especially when you're starting to score runs late in the game, offer quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one that makes you feel really good about yourself.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Barrios, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Three and 2. The count is full to the Angels DH.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Ground ball right here. See it and rip it up there. There we go. What?
Yeah, he's got
There's a swing and a high deep drive.
a pretty good motion to steal on, I suppose, but I just still feel a little bit nervous about it.
Payoff pitch one more time. Runner goes for second. And another foul ball. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Hey, like you can up there, like you can. Let's go.
Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? The second for 1.
And Upton does not manage to leg out the double play, so 1 run is going to have to hold up here in the 10th. Let's see if we can do it. Max Stassi here, 1 out, bottom of the 10th. 0 for 3 so far in the game.
Yeah, Matty, big time K last time up, and it's
over to Salomon. He's on it.
You can tell he's just not seeing the
And that'll
ball
end.
on the
No, sorry, that's going to be the 2nd out of the inning. And that will end it. So we have taken the series here against the Astros, I believe, and we've got 1 more to go. See if we can't perhaps make it happen out here.
The Los Angeles Angels posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. J.C. Ramirez watching. From Southeast Texas, we welcome you inside Minute Maid Park here in downtown Houston. Today, a matchup out of the American League Western Division between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Houston Astros. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. Justin Verlander starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage.
Oh man, first plate appearance of the day, and it's against the boss, Justin Verlander.
Solid performance in this one.
Well, Salomon has never been one to shy away from a challenge like this, so let's get out on the plate and get something happening.
Hey, we got no outs.
We've already got one in here in the second and a runner on first. Nobody out. Let's see what we can do.
Here comes the first pitch. Lifted the other way to
That's a liner out to second, to left center, and that's going to get down, so Salomon gets himself a base hit, a double here, and the run's going to come in to score. All right, let's get it.
And these guys are showing some consistency in the early going here. Got a run in the first inning, and this double ensures that they'll at least get a run here in the second.
Two runs early in this game. I hope we can make these ones stand up.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's
So Jonathan VR next up after a 3-1 count here to David Fletcher. Salomon back to the bottom of the order, unfortunately.
In fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Hey, Matty, yeah, it's been a tough series so far.
All right, that's a 3-2 count here.
Two nail biters, 2 close games, low scoring games. They'd like to turn that fortune around here today.
Yeah, but from a manager's perspective, Dan, all you can ask for is effort, and that's what this team's
And
doing.
that is a strikeout looking for David Fletcher. That's unfortunate,
They'll bounce back.
but that's how it be. So that'll bring up Jonathan VR here. Top of the second with 1 away. Salomon standing on second.
A Gold Glove second baseman, he can do it all. 5 tools, the ability to turn a double play with the best of them.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corner.
He is, D-Row, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally, high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Tried to bury
3-2
one
count
down
here,
and away,
so
but it's a
let's
full count
see.
Now 3-2. Tommy La Stella will be next. Here's the 3-2. Popped straight up. Verlander just to the left.
That's popped up for Verlander, so that'll be the second out of the inning, unfortunately.
Stepping up to the plate, Tommy La Stella. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. So far on the year, La Stella brings a batting average just a little over the 250 mark.
Hey, 2 away, 2 away. Oh, baby.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
All right, taps
Had
it
to sit
down.
back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Another 1-2 delivery. Fouled off.
Fouls that one back as well.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change, he had to be sitting off speed right there.
Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate.
He's still working at the count here.
Nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Plays at first now.
And another foul ball.
Goes swinging on one inside. That one looked like it might have been foul, or rather a ball, but can't. No accounting for taste, I suppose.
No offer on that.
There we go. 3-2 count on the inside.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his own, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long epic
That's going, but it's going to be just a shallow fly ball to center, and that'll end the inning.
In to retire the side. Angels get just the one. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Angels 2 and the Astros nothing. And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz. Looking for better results than last night.
Bottom of the second, Aledmus Diaz at the plate with one on and one out.
Working for the punch out and the heading out towards
Salomon's going to get the chance to get out there.
And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Kind of a wild throw from out there, but he still gets it in.
Striding into the box.
All right. Top of the fourth, nobody out, or one out, excuse me. One out, nobody on. Let's try that again here.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
Oh, baby, see you driving.
And this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
All right, what you got? Slider down, so that's a 3-1 count to Salomon. Let's see if he can either work a walk or get something to mash.
To work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really
oh, that was
to see a hitter that he can do something with.
3-2.
Justin Verlander, ladies and gentlemen.
The payoff pitch home. And he takes
that one I'm not going for.
He's on, and as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up, or he can really hurt shortstop.
Barrios stands at first with one out. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball, 2-2.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
And David Fletcher gets nothing going here, strikes out. So I'll bring up Jonathan VR here, 1-2 count. Verlander at 89 pitches going not even through 4 innings. My goodness, he is really working hard out here.
The 1-2, and it's fouled away. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. This is swung on and hit to Altuve at second.
Oh, bobbled the ball. It's not enough to get Salomon, but it is enough to get VR at first, and that'll end the inning.
As they're unable to add to their 2. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy mound out of his rhythm a bit.
High in the air out towards shallow right.
And Salomon's got it.
In a few steps as he
no
takes
problem.
It for the first out.
All right, going into the top of the 7th. Who is this? Josh James out there.
7th in what's been a fast-moving pitcher's duel to date.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and use Showtime here because why not? At this rate, I got nothing really to save it for. And if I can knock myself another dinger, well, that'll make things even easier for us.
Right now, to me, his numbers in recent games have been very. Right there, that put himself.
Oh, popped it up. Power swing, and I popped it up.
Bregman over to his left, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
That was a goof.
So digging
that was a bit of a goof.
He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this
okay, see what Josh Reddick can do. Throw's going to be the 3rd.
And now the pitch.
If it's even in play.
Swing from Reddick as this ball is
it is.
Deep right field. Barrios back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
Kind of a blah, blah, blah throw there. Uh-oh.
Ready for another shot
Well,
now.
maybe I should have saved it because now we're in the top of the ninth, down by one.
The first pitch to him. A ball and no
So we'll
strike.
see what Salomon can do out here.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth.
You got one here.
High and deep down the left field line.
That is not going to stay fair, unfortunately.
And that will end up a foul.
Late on that one, so couldn't help that.
Hey, you got it. No one better. Let's go, kid.
Fastball called
straight down the
strike
pipe.
1-2. Cut fastball misses 2-2.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, tap that one off.
Hey, Griffin and Griffin, kid, let's go. Find a gap, kid, find a gap.
Look
Ooh,
out. Don't want
slurve inside, almost got Salomon.
That's a good pitch right there, but
Gonna try to hit a singular better here. I don't trust
You wanna
myself not
protect your
to
moneymakers, right? You don't want anything
swing
around
at
your
pitches
knees
in
or
the
your
zone.
feet, so
Come on,
he was
baby, get
fortunate
your
to get
pitch
out of the
up
way
there.
of that one.
And he lays off.
And
So now the potential
that is
tie
going to
run
go
here
ahead
is
and
late
get
in the game.
Salomon a
Man,
walk
that's
here.
just painful for a pitcher
So
right
runner
there.
first
A 3-2 offering
with
that
what,
was
one
right
out
on the
here,
corner, but he
top
couldn't get
nine,
in the chase,
and David
he
Fletcher,
doesn't get the call.
9-hole
Can't beat
hitter
yourself up
at the
about
plate.
that with too much.
Grounded down the third baseline.
Well, that's going to roll foul, fortunately, or unfortunately, I guess.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit hard to the right side.
He's spraying stuff left and right.
Down the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it.
Staying alive up here, making Osuna work.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Fouled away.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right
One
now.
down, one down.
Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Fastball laid off well below the knee.
Okay, 3-2
We
count.
could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out.
No, no, no. Not running on this one.
To swing at, and if not, it's ball four
Osuna's
anyway.
got a little too fast of
And
emotions for me to
bounces
feel
one
real
off.
comfortable with that, so
Barrios, base runner at first with one out.
only thing you're going to be seeing from me is
And he'll strike
Yeah.
yet again, as it's been a ball
standing
game
on
for
first with Fletcher striking out. And Jonathan VR hasn't been much help today either, 0 for 4.
He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that.
And that'll do it for the game.
And he's striking out for out number 3.
Astros win it by 1 in the 9th. So that's unfortunate, but we did win the series.
We were really treated to a good one today. Bottom of the 8th.
Well, that was a good series for us. Salomon had a couple of dingers, couple walks, improving his stat line, improving his attributes. He did get hit by a pitch that one time and busted his knee, but you know, whatever. But I don't know what to make of it, man. We are now locked in a 4-way tie for the AL West. We're tied with the Athletics, Mariners, and Astros here for the division. I don't know what to make of it. It's going to be a crazy end of the season here, I think. Our next appearance is going to be up against the Oakland A's at home. Houston gets a shot at both Seattle, or Seattle gets a shot at Houston and Oakland. Oakland faces us in Seattle, and Houston faces, Seattle and us again. So the last week of the season is going to determine how this division plays out. So that's going to do it for me. Until next time, I'm Tyrant Saber, and I will see you at the ballpark.